You know that feeling when a woman's gaze lingers a little too long? Her smile softens and you sense a quiet pull you can't quite name? It's not about your six-pack, your bank account, or your smooth lines. It's deeper. It's an invisible force that makes you unforgettable, etching you into her soul long after other men have faded into forgotten memories. Most men are playing a game they don't understand, chasing validation, performing for attention, and wondering why they keep hitting a wall. They think attraction is built on grand gestures and endless chatter. But the truth is, a woman doesn't remember what you did. She remembers how your presence made her feel about herself. Did she feel like a prize to be won or a universe to be explored? Did she feel a desperate need for your approval, or an unspoken invitation to be truly herself? Because beneath all the layers of independence and modern strength, every woman craves one thing: a deep, unshakable sense of emotional safety. And that, my friend, is a gift only a man who has mastered himself can offer. When you move through the world with unshakable calm, speak with deliberate intent, and remain unfazed by her storms, she experiences something profoundly rare, something she barely has words for. This isn't about being dominant or playing games. It's about radiating emotional gravity, a magnetic pull that draws her thoughts back to you, even when you're miles away. The real secret isn't about chasing or proving. It's about becoming the kind of man whose mere silence speaks volumes more than another man's desperate attempts at conversation. She might forget your face, your voice, your exact words, but she will never forget the profound sense of safety and peace your energy brought to her chaotic world. That's the true essence of an unforgettable man. And in this video, I'm going to reveal the exact blueprint to become that man, step by step. Get ready to transform your entire presence. First, an unforgettable man wields the silent power of emotional control. Think about the average man. The moment he feels challenged, rejected, or disrespected, his emotions take the wheel. He might lash out, argue defensively, or try to dominate the conversation. His voice rises, his posture tenses, and he becomes a predictable storm. But a man who truly understands emotional gravity does the opposite. He doesn't react. He responds. He breathes. He observes. He processes. His voice remains even, his gaze steady. He doesn't need to prove his point in the heat of the moment, because his inner calm is his undeniable truth. Imagine this. She throws a verbal dart, a subtle test designed to poke at your insecurities. Most men would flinch, get angry, or try to justify themselves, but you simply meet her gaze, offer a knowing, almost imperceptible smile, and perhaps a calm, "I hear you," before subtly shifting the conversation or continuing with your task. That pause, that unwavering composure, that quiet acknowledgement without an ounce of defensiveness, it's a shock to her system. Why? Because in a world of volatile reactions, emotional control signals profound safety. She'll remember the man who was a harbor in the storm, not another wave. It's not about suppressing emotion, but about directing it with purpose. She remembers the man who offered peace, not just passion. Let's unpack this further. Emotional control isn't about being a robot. It's about conscious choice. It's about recognizing the surge of anger, the sting of perceived insult, or the fear of rejection, and then consciously choosing your response. This choice is where true power lies. Most men are slaves to their emotions, their reactions dictated by external stimuli. A woman sees this as instability, a lack of groundedness. How can she feel safe with a man whose internal world is constantly fluctuating, prone to eruption at the slightest provocation? The unforgettable man understands that his inner landscape is his kingdom, and he is its sovereign. He trains himself to observe his emotions without being consumed by them. This might involve a momentary pause, a deep breath, or a mental step back to gain perspective. When she tests you, she's not just looking for a reaction. She's probing your depth. She's unconsciously asking, can this man handle life's inevitable storms, or will he crumble? Your calm, measured response, devoid of defensiveness or aggression, answers that question with a resounding yes. This doesn't mean you're unfeeling. It means you're in command. It's the difference between a ship tossed wildly by every wave and a lighthouse standing firm, guiding others through the tempest. This quiet power makes you an anchor in her often turbulent world. She remembers the man who brought the calm. Second, an unforgettable man listens with his soul, not just his ears. We live in a world desperate to be heard. Everyone's clamoring for attention, shouting their opinions, interrupting each other in a relentless battle for airtime. Most men, when a woman speaks, are already formulating their next response, waiting for their turn to impress or advise. They hear words, but they miss the melody beneath them. An unforgettable man, however, offers the rarest of gifts, his complete, undivided presence. When she speaks, he doesn't just hear her words. He listens for the meaning, the emotion, the unspoken longing. He's not preparing to interject, to correct, or to one-up her story. He is simply present, holding space for her experience. His eyes are engaged, his body language open, and his silence becomes an active form of communication. This kind of listening sends a powerful, often subconscious message. You matter enough for me to simply be here, fully engaged. This deep, empathic presence is unforgettable because it's so incredibly rare. When a woman feels truly heard, truly understood, her mind naturally associates your calm presence with warmth, respect, and profound safety. These are the threads that weave unbreakable emotional bonds. It's not about how much you talk, but how profoundly you listen. She remembers the man who made her feel seen. Let's delve deeper into the art of listening. It's not a passive act. It's an active commitment. Most men approach conversations as a competition or an opportunity to dispense advice. They want to fix, to solve, to impress. But what a woman often craves, far more than solutions, is validation of her experience. When you listen with your soul, you are not just waiting for your turn to speak. You are trying to step into her world, to understand her perspective, her feelings, her internal landscape. This means putting aside your own agenda, your own need to be clever or knowledgeable. It means resisting the urge to interrupt, to offer unsolicited advice, or to jump to conclusions. Instead, you create a sacred space of attention. This is communicated not just by your ears, but by your entire being. Your open posture, your genuine eye contact, the slight tilt of your head, the empathetic nods that say, "I'm with you." When you listen like this, you're not just processing information. You're building a bridge of understanding. She feels valued, respected, and deeply seen. This isn't just a communication technique. It's a profound act of connection. In a noisy world, your quiet attention becomes her most cherished sanctuary. She won't forget the man who truly heard her. Third, an unforgettable man walks away with unshakable peace. Every ending is a test of character, a revealing moment that strips away pretense. When relationships or interactions conclude, most men unravel. They beg, they plead, they send desperate texts, they argue, they accuse, or they resort to guilt trips. Their ego cannot bear the perceived rejection. But a man with emotional gravity carries himself differently. When it's time to part ways, or an interaction reaches its natural conclusion, he doesn't cling. He doesn't rage. He simply offers a sincere, "I wish you the very best," and gracefully disengages. He carries no anger, no need for vengeance, no bitterness, because his sense of self-worth is internally validated, never tied to an external outcome. This quiet dignity, this serene detachment is what haunts her. She expects drama, a fight, an emotional explosion. Instead, she witnesses mastery. That moment replays in her mind. He didn't chase me. He let me go. He truly respected himself and me. This quiet strength commands a profound respect, even if she doesn't consciously understand why. Walking away with peace isn't weakness. It's a declaration that you belong to yourself completely, and that self-possession is a form of power very few ever achieve. She remembers the man who honored his own peace above all else. Let's explore the profound impact of walking away with peace. This isn't about being cold or uncaring. It's about acknowledging that not all connections are meant to last, and that your peace is non-negotiable. Many men mistakenly believe that relentless pursuit, endless pleading, or angry outbursts somehow demonstrate how much they care. In reality, these actions only reveal a desperate need for external validation and a profound lack of self-respect. When you can genuinely wish someone well and detach with dignity, even when it stings, you are demonstrating a rare level of inner fortitude. You are showing that your happiness, your worth, and your emotional stability do not hinge on another person's decision or presence. This sends a powerful, often subconscious message to her. This man is truly complete within himself. He doesn't need me to complete him. This kind of self-possession is incredibly attractive because it signals strength, maturity, and a deep sense of internal security. She's seen the drama, the begging, the anger countless times before. But the man who chooses peace, who values his own composure above the chaos of clinging, stands out. His quiet exit leaves a lingering impression, a question in her mind. Who is that man who could walk away so calmly? That lingering question is the seed of being unforgettable. She remembers the man who respected himself enough to let go gracefully. Fourth, an unforgettable man is defined by a mission far grander than any single relationship. Most men, whether they admit it or not, build their lives around the pursuit of a woman's affection or validation. Their schedule, their goals, their very identity often shift to accommodate a new romantic interest. They drop everything for her attention, making her the center of their universe. This paradoxically diminishes their appeal. An unforgettable man's life, however, revolves around a compelling purpose, a driving mission that predates and transcends any individual. He rises with a clear goal, dedicates himself to his craft, builds, learns, and grows, not for external applause, but for internal fulfillment. When a woman observes this, when she sees that your deepest devotion is to your vision, not to her fleeting attention, she gains an immense respect for you. Your mission might not make sense to others. It might even appear foolish or stupid from an external perspective, but it provides your life with an unshakable structure, direction, and profound meaning. Women are instinctively drawn to this kind of foundational purpose, because direction implies certainty, and certainty offers safety. When you live with this unwavering focus, she understands that she cannot easily distract you from your path, and in that paradox lies your greatest magnetic appeal. She realizes your life is already rich and full, and to join you, she will have to earn her place within the orbit of your powerful purpose. She remembers the man who was already complete. Let's expand on the power of a grand mission. This isn't just about having a job or hobbies. It's about having a calling, a driving force that gives your life shape and meaning beyond external relationships. A man without a compelling mission is often adrift, constantly seeking external validation or clinging to women to fill an inner void. This creates an unhealthy dynamic where the woman becomes the sole source of his happiness or identity, a burden no one can sustain. The unforgettable man, however, is a force of nature driven by his purpose. This purpose could be building a business, mastering a skill, creating art, contributing to a cause, or any endeavor that truly ignites his spirit. What matters is that this mission is his, deeply personal and pursued with passion. When a woman encounters such a man, she doesn't see someone looking for completion. She sees someone who is already expanding, already creating, already thriving. She recognizes that his life has a gravitational pull of its own, independent of her. This creates an enormous respect because she knows she can't easily derail him. She realizes that if she wants to be part of his world, she must align with his vision or at least respect its primacy. This paradoxically makes him more attractive, as she senses an inherent strength and self-sufficiency that most men lack. He is not defined by her, but by his unwavering commitment to his own path. That independence is immensely appealing. She remembers the man whose life was a testament to his purpose. Fifth, an unforgettable man's energy brings calm, not chaos. Many relationships are built on the fleeting highs of intense passion, dramatic confrontations, and emotional roller coasters. Excitement and infatuation are powerful, but they are unsustainable. True, lasting connection is forged in a different kind of fire, the enduring flame of calm. Most men, often unknowingly, infuse their interactions with tension, a subtle anxiety, a neediness, a low-level drama that keeps the emotional temperature constantly fluctuating. But a man with emotional gravity is different. His presence feels like a deep cleansing exhale after a long, stressful day. When she is with you, she feels an anchor, a grounding force. She can finally relax, shed her guards, and simply be herself, knowing that you are not a volatile bomb waiting to explode. You are a steady, unwavering presence. This consistent calm allows her to associate your presence with a profound sense of peace. And once a woman connects you with peace, you become an irreplaceable sanctuary in her mind. Peace is not just rare. It is a fundamental human craving, and people never forget where they found it. She remembers the man who made her world feel quiet. Let's unpack the essence of this calm energy. It's more than just a lack of drama. It's a positive, grounding force that you actively cultivate and radiate. Most people, especially women, navigate a world filled with external pressures, internal anxieties, and emotional turbulence. They are constantly on guard, processing information and reacting to stimuli. To encounter a man whose very presence acts as a balm, a soothing force, is profoundly impactful. This calm energy stems from your inner coherence, the alignment of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. It means you are not carrying unexpressed anger, unresolved anxieties, or unspoken resentments that leak into your interactions. Instead, you are emotionally regulated, internally secure, and self-aware. When she is around you, she experiences a respite, a moment of genuine tranquility. She doesn't have to constantly manage your emotions, anticipate your reactions, or walk on eggshells. She can simply be. This allows her to drop her own defenses, to relax her shoulders, to let out a sigh of relief she might not even realize she was holding. This isn't boring. It's deeply reassuring. It signals that you are a safe harbor, a stable point in a chaotic world. While passion sparks initial attraction, it is profound peace that fosters deep, lasting connection. She will forever associate you with that precious sense of calm. She remembers the man who was her refuge. Sixth, an unforgettable man forgives silently, releasing the chains of resentment. Forgiveness is often mistaken for weakness, a surrender to injustice, but in truth it is the ultimate act of power, a declaration that another's actions no longer hold dominion over your inner state. Most men, when wronged or disappointed, cling to grievances. They seek revenge, badmouth others, or nurse grudges that poison their own souls. They believe holding on to anger somehow protects them, but it only binds them to the past. An unforgettable man understands that true strength lies in letting go. He doesn't need to loudly proclaim his forgiveness or demand an apology to move on. He simply releases the resentment, not for the other person's sake, but for his own liberation. He allows time and truth to reveal what needs to be revealed, knowing that justice often unfolds in its own way. When she witnesses this profound capacity for silent forgiveness, this ability to let go without bitterness or a need for retribution, she experiences something deeply profound. It's not just respect. It's an awe-inspiring understanding of your inner fortitude. Forgiveness demands a strength that most people simply don't possess. It demonstrates a mastery over the self that transcends superficial reactions. She remembers the man who chose freedom over bitterness. Let's further illuminate the power of silent forgiveness. This is perhaps the most advanced form of emotional mastery. It's about recognizing that holding a grudge, clinging to anger, or seeking revenge harms you far more than the person who supposedly wronged you. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. The unforgettable man understands this deeply. When he forgives silently, he's not condoning the action. He's freeing himself from the emotional prison of resentment. This doesn't mean he forgets or that he allows himself to be repeatedly wronged. It means he processes the experience, extracts the lesson, and then consciously releases the negative emotional residue. He moves forward unburdened. When a woman observes this, it's truly breathtaking. In a world where most people cling to their grievances like precious possessions, where social media is a battleground for settling scores, your capacity for silent, dignified forgiveness is revolutionary. It signals an incredible inner peace and a profound understanding of self. It demonstrates that you are not easily diminished or swayed by external slights, that your inner world remains intact and serene. This profound emotional maturity inspires awe and a deep sense of trust. She knows that your heart is not easily poisoned, and that is an invaluable quality in a partner. She remembers the man whose spirit remained untainted. So let's bring it all together. An unforgettable man isn't the loudest voice in the room, the richest wallet, or the most chiseled physique. He is the man who remains calm under pressure, listens with profound presence, walks away with dignity, lives for a compelling purpose, radiates an aura of peace, and forgives without resentment. He is the man who carries a quiet, unshakable strength, centered and grounded no matter what storms rage around him. His confidence isn't born from external validation or the approval of others. It flows from an inner wellspring of virtue and self-mastery. He doesn't waste energy trying to control how others perceive him. He dedicates himself solely to controlling how he shows up in the world, and that is what makes him unforgettable. Long after the messages have faded, the specific memories have blurred, and the initial emotions have settled, she will still remember the man who never lost himself in the pursuit of her. She will remember the man who consistently chose peace over pride, who prioritized his purpose over fleeting attention, and who lived by profound wisdom instead of impulsive reaction. That man, my friend, is you, if you choose to embody these principles. This journey to becoming an unforgettable man is not about quick fixes or manipulative tactics. It's about a fundamental shift in who you are, from the inside out. It's about cultivating an inner world so rich and stable that it naturally radiates outward, drawing others to you not through force, but through pure, undeniable presence. It's about understanding that true attraction isn't about what you do to get her, but about who you become in the process of mastering yourself. This mastery is a lifelong pursuit, a constant refinement of your character, your emotional intelligence, and your commitment to your highest purpose. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to practice these principles, to choose calm over chaos, to listen deeply, to act with integrity, and to walk your path with unwavering self-respect. Embrace this journey and watch as your entire world and the way women perceive you profoundly transforms. You won't just be remembered, you'll be revered. If this message resonated deep within you, if it sparked a new understanding of true masculine power, then give this video a like. Share it with another man who needs to hear this truth and embark on his own journey of self-mastery. And for more transformative insights into unlocking your deepest potential, subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. I regularly share strategies on building unwavering confidence, cultivating emotional intelligence, and living a life of profound purpose. Don't let your journey end here. Become the man she can't forget. Take action. Implement these principles. The transformation begins now. Join our community of men committed to becoming truly unforgettable. Click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on your path to self-mastery.